Alright guys, so I thought this would be a fun, fanfiction idea, because I figured, for some more spooky season pre-gaming, end of August throughout September is spooky pre-gaming for October. So, what better way to do that than with a fun little crossover with Doctor Who and something I haven't really done anything with in a while, ever. Actually, no, ever. I've never done anything with this. And yeah, so this is, as you can see, a crossover between Doctor Who and Are You Afraid of the Dark? So you're probably thinking, how does this even work? Because, Are You Afraid of the Dark is an anthology show. Yes, but it has a bunch of kids who go around telling the story. There's a story there, and there was even a movie with those characters, and even now, they have, the Midnight Society dealing with monsters like it's goddamn Scooby-Doo. So, yeah, and Doctor Who can be scary. So, let's actually talk about this. So, Doctor Who, Are You Afraid of the Dark? So, and for reference which Doctor this is going to be David Tennant's Doctor. Why? Even though Capaldi's my favorite Doctor, I was like, this feels more like it would be a Tennant story. Anyway, so the Doctor's just bumbling through time, and he actually lands in, just out this open wood, and he's like, I thought I was going for Venice, but apparently I've missed the mark completely. So he hears kids talking, and he's, curious, so he goes out into the woods and finds the Midnight Society. He's like, and they're like, what, who are you? And he's like, oh, I'm the Doctor. Can someone tell me where I am? I think I am lost. What year is this? Just curious. And they're like 1995? Oh, 90s. Oh, great year. You're gonna miss these, lad. You guys are gonna miss this. Beautiful time. Anyway, so what a bunch of kids are doing around the fire? Is this a camp out? I haven't camped in years. Can I get sleeping bags? I have marshmallows. And they're like, Mister, we're telling stories. Can you go? Oh, stories. I love. Are they scary stories to tell in the dark? No, that's something else. Oh. Anyway, do you mind if I pop in for a bit? I'm not doing anything important. So they're like, sure, Doctor Who? He's like, oh, we can decompress that all day, but that we don't have the time. So, we're telling scary stories. I'm a bit of a fraidy cat myself. A lot of people don't realize that, but I am a bit of a fraidy cat, but I put on a brave face. And, the Doctor has seen some crazy stuff, and they're like, and the Midnight Society is literally like, alright, Doctor, you're the guest here, so how about you tell us a scary story, since you're here? And he's like, oh, there's so many. Oh, I've got so many wrapped up in my head. Oh, I know, how about the tale of the Weeping Angels? So he tells them the story of the Weeping Angels, and he, omits facts, and he's like, man, that was, he starts off with, sometimes you look at a statue, and you ever think that it looks at you. Not like it's looking at you because it was made to, because it wants to. Ever take your eyes off a statue and you just look away for the briefest of seconds, and you could have sworn that statue looked away? So he tells them the story. They're scared, obviously, and the Doctor is looking when the Doctor's like, man, that was a great story. Well, hope you find your way back home. It looks like he's like, yeah, I got turned around. I'm just gonna go. I should go. And that's when he he hears one of the kids screaming who's already left when they're about to put out the fire, and he runs, and there's a weeping angel holding a kid, one of the kids, and he's like, that is impossible. So he takes out a sonic screwdriver and it scares it off, and he's like, that's not how this works. The angels I've met don't do that. And they're like, you've met? And he's like, right, long story. That is strange. And then they start seeing monsters from the other the other stories, the grinning, the clown with the cigar in his mouth, the fire ghost, the Headless Horseman, all of them are like throughout running around in the forest. So the Doctor has to literally keep the kids alive as they're all like running about, and they're like, it's like all of our stories are coming to life. What's going on? And the Doctor basically is like, this is not right, because I'm not picking, like, he's using his sonic screwdriver to pick to pick them up, and he's like reading them, and he's like, this is not good. And that's when he runs into some of his stories, and such as the Valeyard. He actually runs into the Valeyard from the Sixth Doctor, from Colin Baker's era, and then he also runs into the Master, but not the Master from, the John Sim Master. I'm talking the Anthony Ainley Master, and he's like, you are dead. You are dead, and you are 6 regenerations that should not be here. You are not the Master. He's like, I am the Master, Doctor, and I have come to claim my vengeance. And he's like, right. Problem with that, though, you are a mental construct from my mind. Probably, you were probably the scariest Master. Don't tell Blondie that. So the kids are like, what are you talking about, Doctor? And he's like, well, when I said I'm not from around here, I rather meant it. So he and the kids basically dig around, and what they discover is an alien creature who's hiding in a cave, like this strange insectoid-like creature who's like glowing and like backed up in the corner, like shaking. And he's like, oh, I know you. I've never thought I'd seen one of your kind before. You're rather an endangered species. And they're like, what is that, Doctor? And he's like, oh, it's a Venetex. And they're like, a Vena what? And the Doctor basically explains that Venetex are these race of aliens who more or less travel in between the space of time. And this is an infant. Like, this is an infant. And it's basically the equivalent of a mother hiding its baby in like tall grass, like a mother deer hiding a fawn in the tall grass. But the baby also has like a defense mechanism, and they all have, the Venenex have these have this defense mechanism where they create a possible threat's dark imagination. Like they make constructs of the imagination. They pull from the psyche pull from the minds and psyches of the potential threats and unleash them on them. And he's like, that's why the Weeping Angels weren't taking people, because it wasn't a real Weeping Angel, and that's why I was running into the Master. Oh, you are good. And they're like, one of the kids actually grabs a rock and is ready to kill it. He's like, no. These things are endangered. They're not monsters. It's just an animal frightened. It's probably got lost from its mother. That's why it was hiding here this time. So the Doctor basically says, I will take it home. I will find its herd. I will find its like swarm or nest, and I'll put it back, because it's just a baby who's scared. It's just a child scared, like how it scared all of you. So the Doctor, they're like, well, who are you, Doctor? And he's like, who indeed? Take care, everyone. So he takes the alien with him into the TARDIS, and the TARDIS vanishes right in front of them, and they're like, same time tomorrow night then. Looks like we got a real story to talk about. So there you go, guys. Just a fun, quick story I thought up. I thought it, because I've never done a Are You Afraid of the Dark story, and I thought it'd be kind of fun if, like, the Doctor was telling a story, because I imagine he would, like... Because I've always had, like, the headcanon that the Doctor is low-key afraid of everything, but he puts on such a brave face and protects others that he overcomes his fear every time. Well, actually, not a headcanon, that's the real thing. Why'd I say headcanon? But yeah, so I thought this would be a fun, quick story. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this Doctor Who Are You Afraid of the Dark crossover? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know, and once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.